It's Breakfast Daily, and it's time for us to look at issues making news in our country today. I have here with me Jeffrey Kabutil-Kanzi, who is Executive Director, Revenue Mobilization Africa. Jeff, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
Right. We also have Mensa Thompson, Executive Director, Alliance for Social Equity and Public Accountability, ASEPA. Mensa, welcome.
Yes, Frema, thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. How was your weekend?
Not bad. Very busy.
I heard you were in a lot of places.
A lot of places.
Yes,
I was
this
at only
weekend.
one place.
Oh, really?
So there are lots.
So the bird who whispered was lying.
Well, I gave you false information. And this is how it happens. So, yeah. So
rumors.
In this era of setting the record straight, let me just say that I wasn't.
You go explain that.
I have evidence.
You go explain that.
I have evidence. I was just at one place, and that was the Eden High Sports Complex at Wager. Any other place, it wasn't me. Yeah. Right. So, I mean, we woke up this morning, gentlemen, to terrible news, some dark news we weren't expecting, but these are things that, regardless of how we want to run away from, at one point or the other, we'll all come to terms with this. And we woke up to the demise of the former First Lady of Ghana, Mrs. Theresa Kufuor, and also that of former Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram, former Minister in various portfolios, the Honorable A.T. Mensah. So we'll be talking about this as well. And tomorrow is a much awaited Occupy BOG protest. Is it coming on? Is it not coming on? Mensah will tell us much more about that. I don't know if Jeffrey will also be in attendance. But gentlemen, I want us to start with the passing away of Madam Theresa Kufuor. Now, when you go to the citinewsroom.com, we have the story there put together by Kobna Wilson, and it reads, former First Lady Theresa Kufuor is dead. Citi News can confirm. Citi News has gathered that Theresa Kufuor, the wife of former President John Agyekum Kufuor, died at her home in Peduase, surrounded by her family on Sunday, October 1. She was 87. President Nana Akufo-Addo has already visited the residence of former President Kufuor to extend his condolences. Theresa Kufuor, born 25th October 1935, and that's 5 days after my birthday, was a wife of John Kufuor, the second president of the Fourth Republic of Ghana and former First Lady of Ghana. She was a retired nurse and a midwife. Mrs. Kufuor started her education at the Catholic convent Ola at Keta in the Volta region of Ghana. She later went to London, where she was educated as a registered general nurse in the Southern Hospital Group of Nursing, Edinburgh, Scotland. After further study at the Radcliffe Infirmary, Oxford and Paddington General Hospital, London, she qualified as a state-certified midwife with a certificate in premature nursing. Theresa married John Kufuor when she was age 23 after they met at a Republic Day anniversary dance in London in 1961. They got married in 1962. She is a mother of 5 and a grandmother of 8. She is a devout Roman Catholic. Despite being the First Lady of Ghana for 8 years between 2001 and 2009, she managed to maintain a low profile in the political arena. In 2007, she pushed for policy changes in the government's white paper on education reforms towards the implementation of UNESCO's free compulsory universal basic education FQ program for kindergarten children. She founded the Mother and Child Community Development Foundation, a non-governmental organization operating in Ghana and Canada that supports work in the prevention of mother-to-child transmission. And this is the woman whom we are celebrating today. Mensa, let me start from you. Mrs. Kufuor is no more.
Yes, Frema. It's a very unfortunate news. I saw the news last night, and I was hoping it wasn't true, because there's a lot of fake news out there now. So I was thinking that it was one of those fake news. Then later, I saw confirmations from credible media outlets, and I said, oh, wow, so she's gone. And I think that we can only say may her soul rest in perfect peace. Mrs. Kufuor has been, for me, an embodiment of what a Ghanaian First Lady should be. She, throughout the presidency of her husband, receded behind very, very modest. You know, you see her as a mother figure, you know. And don't get me wrong, she had influence, but it wasn't as opulent as we see some people today with makeups all over the place, buying 12 containers of makeup and, you know.
But what's your problem with makeup?
Out.
I have makeup on.
Yes, but you don't walk around with a Land Cruiser carrying a box of makeup following you. You know, Mrs. Kufuor did not do that. She epitomized, you know, womanhood. You know, very, very affable woman. You know, she was very, 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 very affable. And for me, young women today have a lot to learn from Mrs. Kufuor. Her legacy, her contribution to, you know, a reduction of maternal mortality. All those things are things worth celebrating. I think that this is not, even though it's a tragic loss, it's also a celebration of her life. I mean, this is somebody who have lived her life very fruitfully and has passed on in peace. We want to use this opportunity to extend our very sincere condolences to the former President John Kufuor and the family, Chief Kufuor, who I know very well, and the siblings. And also to the New Patriotic Party, a party whose government she was a first lady of, who many have lost a mother. If some of them still call them a mother, you know. We haven't seen a tweet from President Kufuor yet. We hope to see a tweet from
but he's visited.
He's visited
yeah,
there.
He's
okay,
visited.
right.
He's gone to the house already.
Oh, that's good. We have it, but we haven't seen the tweet yet.
I mean, going there now, everything has been reduced to social media.
If it was,
but there's culture and tradition.
Shooting in Afghanistan, we would have seen a tweet from him already. But
this is culture and tradition. You don't sit in the comfort of your home and just tweet. You get up and you go. Then that is what the president has done.
Oh, I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
FEMA is good. It's also good to see the public display of condolences as well. You know, all in all, we just want to wish anybody, all of us, it's the whole country that have lost a mother.
Yeah.
And I would say that her legacy is so much to learn from. Ghanaian women, young women today must learn. Young women today who want to be louder than their husbands, who always want to take the shine, who are walking around with a box of makeup and displaying all manner of things. Please, Mrs. Kufuor epitomized what a first lady's behavior, conduct in office should be. And today we celebrate her.
Thank you very much, Mensa, but I don't know what issue Mensa has with face powder and foundation and lipstick and all that. I don't
have a problem.
It's okay.
I don't have a problem.
Well, I was just wondering. Anyway, let me pick your thoughts on this as well, Jeffrey. How would you, remember the former First Lady?
Yes, it's a sad news, and like Mensa said, and your news item on Citi also said, she played a very slow, laid back, very silent background, but then she achieved a lot in her personal service to Mother Ghana, and then also to humanity, serving as a nurse. There are some people I see their role as angelic. I mean, life-saving nurses are one group of people like that. And as a former First Lady, she was a mother of our nation, so that's a very big loss. But like I can't say, so in we'll still be celebrating the mothers who are alive, So let me quickly celebrate my mother and, my mother-in-law who have been there for me, and their kitchen is where my smiles start from. I don't joke with food, actually. And so, by a quick one to say that, look, condolences to ex-President Kufuor, and to the children. But they are old now, the children are older, but then a loss is a loss, She's a Catholic who used to worship at Christ the King, so I know the family very well. I mean, I spy them from a distance, And for her, after church, you just see the mother figure, even when she was, a former First Lady, you just see how people go to her and she'll be standing. Sometimes I even feel for her, standing and receiving people. And she was a very wonderful person.
She has some grace,
Yes.
Yeah, very calm, very collected.
Very calm.
I think sometimes people just, have it. They just have it. There's a humility place around them. And they make efforts to, control, because power is, it can corrupt you, as people say every time. And may her soul rest in peace at 88. I think God has been fair to her.
Yes.
Because if you look at life expectancy in Africa, and in Ghana specifically, we don't go beyond 60, So, I mean, if we are pegging around 57 and somebody lives to 88, when you come to a kind of So I think that's where Mensah's caution comes in. The artificial. But I don't have a problem with facials though. But I tell you what, like, we also love it when there's no makeup too, and then when there's makeup too, I mean, that's a polish. Adding some value. Men, we also wear some things to make us look cool. I mean, we like to wear suits and our shoes. Yeah. But when it comes to, what men's concerns are, I mean, the physical body changes also follows after the makeup. There's a make-do of the body itself, the alteration of the body. And, so I mean, so let's just say a big salute to the former First Lady. Some of them, they kept it and maintained standard. And I've been listening to you sing some of our, our local songs that have good words. So it means you are glued to yesterday. I mean, so we have culture, like you're rightly saying, we have culture to protect. But you see, you also have to listen to Mensah's concern that when it happens, like the same casualties happen, and you see the president tweet, he was thinking maybe the president should go through the same thing and then, make a step. I mean, but it's also important that, maybe because of our cultural, I want to believe, like, maybe because of the cultural, he wants to step in there before. So our condolences to the family.
Yes, quickly, let me just clarify. I mean, not that I'm against makeup or I have a problem with women who wear makeup. Absolutely far from that. I am just against, I think that women in public office who sit in very high offices, there must be something about them that should be more exemplary. What they should be known for is not makeup. Their makeup and their.
You are reducing the conversation to makeup.
What they should be known for is their grace. Like we are talking about Mrs. Kufuor, is their grace, their affection, their mother figure, and she lived long, 88 years, because she wasn't grabbing state lands and people's land everywhere. So these are things that will help. Women, they must maintain such character in public office so that they can die with dignity.
On such a difficult morning that Mensah still wants to be mischievous, I don't even get it. We are supposed to be mourning.
Yes, Roma, we are mourning. As we are mourning, we are advising
You came in black
people.
and white, and I think it was so appropriate, for mourning, especially when the former First Lady lived up to 87.
80,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That the black and white,
is a celebration of life.
Yes.
So she wants you to tone down the curves.
So all these junctions, and bypasses that Mensah is trying to bring to the highway, I don't really get it.